The cloud?
Okay, you're on.
I
Motion.
move to open the meeting of October 11th at 6 p.m.
Second,
Second,
okay. We take a roll call on that?
I don't think we have to
I
do
don't think
that.
that's necessary now.
You have to take a roll call and everything if there's any remote.
Oh, you do?
Okay.
Laura?
Yeah,
I,
Lindsay's not here. Jay, not here. Mary Lou,
yes.
Jan,
I.
Kathy,
yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Bob, yes. Okay,
Okay.
so done.
Okay,
Next
so,
order is review with acceptance of the minutes, for last meeting. Any questions, discussions?
so is Jay, who's on? Could I just see who's here?
It's Kathy and Mary Lou.
That's it?
That's
So
it.
no Jay,
No,
no Lindsay, no Nancy,
No.
right? Okay.
So I
Sorry,
just made it by the skin of my teeth.
yes.
Okay, anyone have any questions on the minutes? Motion to approve minutes as submitted?
I make a motion to approve the minutes as submitted.
second,
All those in favor? Okay, Laurel?
I was not there, so I cannot approve.
abstain.
I'll talk to you
Abstain, so
later
I
about that.
abstain. No, I abstain.
Mary Lou,
Yes.
Jan,
Yes.
Kathy,
Yes.
Lee,
Yes.
Bob, yes. Okay, next up is treasurer's reports, and Mary Lou, we got your little email on the trust funds.
Did you get the one I sent you today from the town treasurer? I
got
sent
it.
everybody, I sent one,
I
I
got
just
it.
got,
Everyone
I got
it.
one from the, all right, so I sent you the quarterly report on the trust funds, that one. And I
Right.
sent you the other one that certainly has changed. It's the way, it's a new, there's a new look to it, and it's more than one page. I sent that, and so those are usual things. Any questions about those? No,
No,
okay, I did, Darcy, had gotten a mailing at the library from Vanguard. And, it's interesting because it comes to Langley Adams Library Board of Trustees, Groveland Town Hall Finance. But somehow or other it got delivered to the library. Anyway, Darcy got it. Supposedly, important report to shareholders of Vanguard funds are now available online and in print by request. And there is a an HTTP thing on there, but Vanguard doesn't know me. I mean, I'm not on anything on Vanguard. So I went in, but I have no way of signing in. I don't know who can sign into the account. In fact, I mean, it was long after I became treasurer that I became aware that we even had this account. So I can't sign in using, I mean, I tried using that, that, what did you say?
Oh,
No.
Laurel thinks maybe Barbara might know something.
She was the last one that had access before you.
Yeah, I mean, I've never had access to Vanguard. In fact, like I say, I didn't even know about it. And
Right.
so, yeah, maybe, I mean, the thing is, there must be some kind of a password or something. I don't know. But I mean, I tried and I couldn't sign in. So,
And all that folder was never found at the library.
yeah.
Uh,
So we
I can't remember if after me being treasurer was Betty McIsaac, and after Betty McIsaac was Barbara, and after Barbara was Chris Schramko, and after Chris Schramko was Charlie.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
then Mary Lou.
and I get
So
it.
that's the
I got
lineup.
it from Charlie.
Okay,
I had nothing from Vanguard. I had no idea we even had Vanguard.
so
so-
Michelle's not getting your reports, and we're not getting reports from Vanguard.
No. Well, I mean, I think the town hall gets them. They get the reports, and when they get them, they do, I think they do send them over, but they're few and far between. I don't know. I don't know. But I mean, I've talked to them about it, and I mean, they have no problem, sending them over so we can keep them in our records, but I don't think they've been getting them recently, because we haven't gotten any in a while, have we, Darcy?
You know, I think we might have gotten the most recent one. I can double check on that, but
Okay,
I think so.
and if they,
But
if,
it
if,
You're not to Michelle. From what
it's,
I.
Michelle Beegan is the one who gets them, if they come to the town hall, she gets them,
Yeah,
but, yeah,
But she's saying she's not getting them.
but.
she
well,
wants a copy, I think.
I don't know, I mean, the thing is, we don't get them, she doesn't mind sharing them, I don't know if we're getting a copy of her copy, or if she's done with them and we're just getting the original stuff from her, I don't know about that.
But
But-
Michelle's email that she sent to us said she's not getting the Vanguard copies.
Right.
Right, oh, it's that one that I sent you today, that's fine, the thing is, I sent it to you guys, and I forgot to make a copy for myself, so I'd have to go back to my email to read it, but yeah,
Yeah, she said she wasn't getting anything.
she wasn't
from
getting
Vanguard.
anything from Vanguard, yeah.
And
And
she
it-
had called me a couple of months ago, and I gave her what information I had, and she was going to get in touch with Vanguard, and I hadn't heard from her. The most recent I heard was today when you forwarded on the message from her.
And I just
Um,
got a message this afternoon. I found, I checked my email when I came home from Bridge and I found it. And that had just been sent today.
Like I said,
So-
I'd be glad to call Vanguard and see if my name is still on it, but I doubt very much.
I don't know
That
how you get
after-
through it. There's no number, nobody answers.
No,
I think you may have,
Nobody answers, you
Old
can't get
copies
through
of-
to them. It's
I might have the,
Yeah,
yes, I know, I think I might have the most recent one, but it is sporadic as.
Yeah.
They send them quarterly.
report and backtrack with Vanguard. There's gotta be a contact or a name on the report, I would think, so.
Maybe, I don't recall it.
Is this a
having
large
name.
account?
Kathy, is it a large account?
It's, what was it, what we were at, were we at 12 and 7? We had 2 accounts there. We had
I
a
think that's what it, yeah.
bond account and an equity account that tracked CDAO. And there was, I think the last time we had figures from them, and I can't remember how we got, I mean, it wasn't all that long ago. And I believe it was 12 and 8, 12 in the equity fund and approximately 8 in the bond fund. Thereabouts is that what, and they both started at 3,000. So,
Yeah.
You got
I
12,000, 8,000?
No, there's nothing, I didn't see anything.
Something like
Okay.
that.
Okay.
We can get the.
about 12 in one and 8 in the other for a total of
you know.
20,000 probably.
No, I
Okay.
wasn't an attachment.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
so this is just the comment.
Okay,
Lindsay's
so
on her way,
it's-
by the
it's up-
way.
Oh,
Yes,
okay.
I just checked my
Yeah.
emails.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, so that's one thing. The other thing is, Michelle requested a meeting with me about our trust funds. And I just wanted to just touch base about that. I mean, I don't know what exactly she wants to know about the trust funds, but they get the Bartholomew reports too, so
I
I'm-
think that's
I'm-
all we have to show her.
I'm not sure that, I mean, if she gets this report, this quarterly report that I get, there it is. There's all the information you need about the trust funds is right there on that report.
I know that when I had talked to her and when we met with her, was it a couple of years now, Mary Lou?
Yeah, a long time.
She wanted some clarification on what they could be spent on, and
Oh.
we gave her the paperwork that we had on what each individual trust fund could be used for, and perhaps maybe we need to ask what you can bring to
Yeah.
facilitate her request.
and
The
the-
town
and the-
trust, I noticed she also asked about the town trust funds, and we don't have any information on the town trust funds except what's available in the town reports every year, which comes from her office. So, and that would be the poor and needy fund and several other specialty funds, but we don't have any information on that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know what she wants. So I'll have to call her and make an appointment with her. But the only thing is, I mean, we all have that list of what the trust funds supposedly can be spent on. We all have that list because we've passed that out recently to everybody.
Time and time again.
Yeah, and we've had that, but that isn't, I found out when we actually did spend money on some things a couple of years ago, that list is not totally accurate. There's more language that comes out of the actual trust funds themselves that, and which, I mean, we should really work on that to make that totally accurate so that, because it really isn't. I mean, because I had just assumed some things from those lists that were incorrect according to the original
Wait a minute.
trust funds. So that, they're not, it's helpful, I have to say, it's helpful in general, but it's not, I don't think they're, what we have on that list is 100% right.
Well, it's
Yeah, well,
basically sufficient for the expenditures from those trust funds.
Why
It
don't we
wasn't
start
though, it
that
wasn't
list?
though, when we actually spent
Really?
money. There was one or two that we couldn't use because it wasn't what they said on our list.
Okay, Charlie made that list for us, I believe.
Yeah,
So we'd have to go back and look them up again.
look them up
Um,
and maybe make that list just a tiny bit more accurate.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but why
we
don't
could
we
do
give her
that.
the list we have and mention that we're refining some of the
Mm-hmm.
categories because there might be some variance or differences in
Well,
there.
yeah, it's just the language, it's the language that's in those things we have in the language in the original trust fund. Don't match up 100%.
Yeah, because I suspect what she would be looking for is we have two categories of trusts. Ones that are unrestricted and
Yeah.
others that are restricted in
Yes.
various
Yeah,
nuances.
That's true,
And
yes,
it's
yeah,
the various nuances that we want to look at and refine, correct?
yes.
But we have no issue with the split between restricted and unrestricted.
No, and that's not the issue. The issue is it's like if you go to spend some of those trust funds, you have to make sure the language is accurate. You know, you don't want to be doing it. So I think that language needs to be revisited.
Okay, will you be in a position to meet with Michelle? with
Oh,
that
I
list?
certainly can meet with her. There's no problem about that. And she seems pretty open, so I mean, I should have no trouble scheduling a meeting with her, probably maybe sometime next week.
Are you gonna want somebody to go with you, Mary Lou, or do you?
Well, if somebody's willing to go with me, I have no objection to somebody coming with me, but I can go by myself too. It doesn't bother me to go by myself.
Well,
If I have any questions, I can call somebody or email somebody or, I mean, we just won't finalize what we've done until I get something, if I need to get something clarified.
Well, how about when you've got a time set up, that you just email us all and let us know. And if
All right.
anybody's
Yeah.
free to join you, they'll do that.
That's a good
All right.
idea.
Yeah,
No,
all right,
I
that's a
didn't-
good idea, yeah. So
Mhm.
it'll probably be, hopefully we'll be able to work out something someday next week.
Mary Lou, do you remember which ones the language was inaccurate? Do you happen to
Well,
remember?
it was one of the ones that we actually, let me see if I can find it. That we actually spent money, where we actually, and I'm not exactly sure which one it was, but there was one that wasn't quite what it seemed. I mean, we got it all straightened out, but we had to go back and, I don't know if it's one of the ones that I was planning to spend money from because it seemed right, or if it was one of the ones, I think that's what happened. There might have been one that I planned to spend money from when we were trying to come up with the money to pay for the, the circulation desk workstations. This was in 2021 that we,
I remember working with you on that, Mary Lou, and we
Yeah.
wrote down the name of it. I've got to have it in my paperwork
there's gotta
somewhere.
be, yeah, I'm not sure
I
exactly.
can't remember
which
if it
one.
was the bulge fund. It's one of the 5 or 6 that we went
Yeah,
through.
there was one of the ones in there that it seemed like it was gonna be, but it really wasn't because of the way it was actually worded on the original trust fund. So, and I wouldn't have known that just by our list that we have.
Well, let
you know,
us know.
I know the ones we spent the money from, if you're interested in that, but I don't think that's helpful right now. But I
No,
mean, I have
no.
all the ones we spent the money from. And it probably was like one of the others that I was trying, that I was like planning to take money from to pay for these. and it wasn't quite, we didn't do it because that's not really what it meant.
Okay,
Well, our position would be that whenever we draw monies from any trust account, we verify the purpose. And that's what we found.
Yeah.
That discrepancy.
So.
we need to rewrite that.
So those, I think, really, I think it's a great idea, seriously. And it was I think this is very helpful, but found out in that situation that it's not 100% accurate. And we need, there's some, we need to get the language so that it's so that whether you really can or not use a certain trust fund for a certain thing.
Did someone mention that there are trust funds that the town has?
Oh,
That
yes,
came-
there are.
That came in the in that email today. But
Yeah,
I
the
haven't.
town has several trust funds,
Yeah, the only
Oh,
one
they
I
have
know, the only trust.
but they're
funds I
not
know-
tied into the library trust funds at all.
No,
General government.
Okay, so we're not responsible for reporting on
No.
those.
Oh, God, no,
No.
no.
okay,
So,
so that's all I have.
Darcy, do you still have all the original documents? How difficult would it be for one of us to
Just read through it.
we could take Charlie's list and refine it? That's weird, he must have got the information from somewhere. I don't know if you do that.
I think, if I'm remembering correctly, there were two documents that, one had it sort of written out, and then Charlie wrote out another one.
Okay,
Yeah,
Um,
and this is the one Charlie did, though. It just kind of puts it like in short and sweet form, like what each.
Mary Lou, can I interrupt you for 1 second?
Yes, sure.
That's really not the one Charlie did.
Yeah,
That was the original one from way, way back when.
Oh,
Charlie
okay.
did a chart.
Yeah.
All right.
yes, yeah,
Okay,
probably
okay.
with.
Oh, the chart
Figure
was
font.
attached.
Yes.
The
If I
chart was
remember
The
right.
attached.
chart was the one that,
This
yeah.
one Also is.
Charlie did.
Now,
a
I don't know if
chart.
Charlie changed the
to this.
wording in that one that you first held up, but
But that was, that wording was what I was
Yep.
relying on, and it
Look,
didn't
I don't
turn-
know if I have them.
I mean, in order for us to address it. We probably need to sit down and.
Might be able to look through old minutes or something.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's probably small things, but
Off the
sometimes
top of my head, I'm sure.
Okay.
small things can sometimes make a difference, especially in
Is this something we
situations
wanna
like that.
Create a subcommittee to look at, to review.
We need to have the original documents to do it. Yeah, and then we can just,
Where
Yeah.
were they?
I don't know. I have never had, I don't know.
On my side, but-
Maybe it's worth asking Charlie.
I don't think he had them. He turned everything over to me. Everything he had, he gave to me. I know he did. He had a big folder full of stuff, and he gave me the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't think
I
and
don't
it was in pretty bad shape. I remember it was in pretty bad shape. It had been, it was wet. It had been in water. It was kind of turned over quickly, and a lot of things weren't there. But the original files were at town hall. Copies were made and kept in a file at the library, and they no longer exist apparently.
I'm gonna look in the trustee part of the filing cabinet in my office. I know I have not, I mean, I have definitely not gone through that at all lately. I know I've just been filing away the Bartholomew reports, so.
Well, why don't we start from there, and I'll go back in my papers, because I know there was the discrepancy was found when you and I were going over paying for those items out of the trust funds
That's
a
right.
couple of
Yeah,
years ago.
yeah. There was a discrepancy and and
Right.
I think it was fine. I just didn't use that trust fund.
Right.
But I don't
There was
remember,
no
I don't
problem.
remember now which one it was, but there was.
I can't. It could have been the Langley Adams, not the Langley Adams Trust, the big one from the sale of the building, but it could have been the other one.
I
So
don't
we'd
remember.
have to look back. Nobody's
really
going to
don't
be able to do
remember.
it from memory, so.
I was looking at my I was looking at my stuff here. I have a whole section of my file with this in it, and I'm not sure that which one it was, but,
I
anyway, yeah.
Jan made a suggestion, I think is a good one. Go ahead, why don't you say it again, Jan?
So why don't you look through your notes, Kathy? Darcy will look in the file. And then we'll reconvene if whatever we find. If we can't find it here, then I'm willing to go to town hall and ask them. So I think we'll start with what we might have here and then maybe pinpoint which fund it was that was problematic. Because it might only be a matter of having to track down one particular or two particular.
I think it was just a matter of one.
Yeah, so I mean.
It was just one.
Right.
Yeah.
I think,
Yeah,
I
if it's
really
just a
think
matter of
now,
one, I think let's
I
just
haven't-
concentrate on what's here first.
I have an original
Sure.
list that I made. I have an original list I made from that. And I can see the ones that we actually used. And it seems to me that there's one on my original list that wasn't on, that we didn't use, and it was Ralph Woodworth Memorial. And it says on this list, funds to be expended under the direction of the trustees for general purposes. But there's something about that I don't know. I didn't, so anyway, we didn't end up using that one. I didn't,
Okay.
and that's the only one I didn't use of the original ones that I thought I would use, because I have the
Only
list
one.
right here.
It's not insurmountable.
Right.
No,
Okay,
so
so
it's just that, yeah, I mean, so I don't know what the town treasurer wants, but, I'll bring all this stuff with me and, it's public information, it isn't, as far as I know, and so we'll just,
It's a
Yeah.
little
Yeah.
worrisome that she
That
thinks
one
we
trust
have
account.
any control over the town trust funds, or that they would even be mixed in. So I think that's probably where the conversation would start.
maybe that's it,
Yeah.
because I know that. I mean, I know that we have nothing to do with those. I do know that.
Right.
Yeah.
And she knows she's always welcome to call me if she needs any back information and all that.
Yeah,
So we shall see. Best to ask the question, see what she needs.
yeah, and right, and okay, and if we can find the original trust fund documents, maybe we can improve this.
All I was ever told when I started looking for them back forever, Dick Shaka said an awful lot of all those documents were lost in a flood in the vault. And that's the only answer I ever got, were lost in a flood in the vault.
Nobody knows if there's a vault.
Yeah.
The other-
Well,
Oh,
as I
oh,
said, if
yes.
it's just one to research, that's not a big deal.
No, it isn't.
No.
Right, we can start
So-
with the you have and then.
Yeah.
Just clarify which one it is that we have to research when you
Well, I'm
can.
guessing it's that one because that was the
Oh,
only one
then
in
you
my
find out
original list that
before.
we didn't use. And and there was a question about it, and that's
Okay,
probably
what
why,
was the
we
name
didn't
of
need
it,
to use
Mary
it,
Lou?
so we didn't use it.
what was the name of it again? I'm sorry.
It was the Ralph wait a minute, Ralph Woodworth, I think, wait a minute. Ralph
Woodward.
Woodworth, it says here, Memorial.
Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
That was the only one that I didn't use of the ones I thought I could use for that purpose. So I'm
Okay.
guessing that's it, but maybe, hopefully, I think it probably is. But that was
Okay.
that was a while ago. It's hard to remember that far back.
Yeah, we good, Mary Lou, on your reports?
Yes,
Okay,
All right.
all those in favor of accepting the treasurer's report?
Aye.
Laurel,
I,
Jay? Mary Lou,
aye.
Jan,
Hi,
Kathy,
Aye.
Lee,
Yeah, aye.
Bob? Yeah, aye. And Lindsay? Darcy, you're up.
Okay. Okay. I added a new row to the statistics. I just put the passes there because I figured it makes sense because they're circulation statistics. So if anybody has any questions, I'm open to it. Programming as per usual. I wrote out the standout programming, only a few of them, we had others as well. And
Great
then-
numbers in your programming.
Yes, definitely. So the programming continues to have great numbers, just like Kathy said. Are there any questions about those?
Gold star.
And an aside, the virtual attendance is up because Sue teamed up with 3 other libraries and we're all advertising the programs together. So we're taking the Groveland attendance from each one and including that in our virtual attendance. So that's why it's up, or that's even why I'm including it in this now. So if you see on our calendar, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we also have virtual programming. Those are ones we've teamed up with the other libraries for.
Okay.
Warrants. 2409 was $907.75. 2411 was $6,670.26. Most of that was Ingram. Total $7,578.01. Okay. So Eris and state aid, everything is sent into MBLC. I know their first meeting is supposed to be at the beginning of next month, but for anybody who, you know, is newer or doesn't know, they will be approving state aid awards month by month. So we might not hear till January, but I did try to get things in earlier just to see, like, hopefully they'll approve us earlier and I'll be able to send out that, hey, guess what? We're certified email. So any questions about that? All right.
Thank you for doing it
Yeah,
in a
glad it's
timely
done.
manner.
Happy to do it.
Glad it's
Happy to do it. Other, floor and carpet update, no update.
Nothing, no surprise there.
No update, but I included it.
So where should we go from here on then? You think?
I don't know if there's anything we can do right now, but they're still doing the money thing.
They're still looking into the
I-
movers?
I think so. I think that's the holdup. And that's on their
When was
side.
the last communication?
Let's say a few weeks ago, but I am meeting with Rebecca on Monday, so
Yeah,
I'll ask
maybe
her
you could
about it.
just ask. and
Yeah,
Get more clarification on it, because
yeah, I know it's a
It
slow
happened before the
process.
snow fell, right?
That would be great.
Not a chance.
no, it seems
I'm
like.
gonna go with not a chance.
But on the plus side, the grant has started.
Okay.
So you'll see that there are some changes in the library and there are some additional pieces of furniture and toys and STEM things for kids. Some of the programming that is being paid for the grant is also starting.
Nice.
Yeah, so that is all very great. Any questions about that?
And I have just
Try to
talked to
answer.
Bergen and she said this is working out very well, a new place.
Yeah, yes.
She likes it.
Do you think that, moving this out in the teen area could be done before any carpet work?
I don't see why not, but I'm not totally sure. I wanna talk to Bergen and Sue about it and see kind of how they're feeling, especially since Bergen just moved her desk and wanna see just how they think everything should configure. I mean, I would, if it was my own, like, personal, just one person decision, I'd say yes, but I want to take everybody into consideration here.
Good idea.
Yeah. I have a few funding things. a few requests. So, the hotspot coverage is expiring soon. It's $120 per device for the year. So it's $960. And I think they've been circulating well.
There's 7 of them?
9.
Eight.
Eight.
Did I calculate that correctly?
No, that's right.
Okay.
Okay,
Math is not my strong suit. so.
me too. That's why I just had to calculate it again, because everyone was like, is that correct?
I make a
So,
motion to pay for the hotspots, the total of $960 out of the state aid money.
I'll second.
When, I just had a question.
Yeah,
So when you say they're circulating well, I mean, like, are all, of them- I'm just curious, are all of them out all the time?
not all the time, no, but I think, you know, I think individuals who take them out once will be more inclined to take them out again. I've seen that. We've, actually wrote on my, my write-up that I sent to, we were even able to help out another library that lost their internet. Cause I made
Good.
sure that we left a few for
And you think
patrons,
they'll
but
continue to be popular then?
I think so,
Good.
yeah, yeah. So I
So-
think they're worth it.
So if they're not all being checked out, I mean, can we save money by ordering, say, 6?
I mean, we could, we
Or
would
do
have
to
just,
have that money, you know what I'm saying?
we would have just 2 devices that aren't being used though. We still
Yeah,
have
then you
them
couldn't use all
physically.
8. If you didn't get enough licensing for all of them.
Yeah,
you'd be
it's just,
retiring
Oh,
two
because
of them.
coverage,
I-
like-
That just, I get it.
Yeah.
yeah, it's
Never
just
mind.
internet coverage.
We have we have the thing.
Right.
Yeah.
We need the
exactly.
subscription.
Right.
Gotcha, sorry.
Yeah.
Haven't used it yet, so,
No, that's okay.
All those in favor? Laurel,
yes.
Lindsay,
Yes.
Mary Lou,
Yes, yes.
Yes,
Kathy,
Yes?
Lee,
Yes.
Bob, yes.
Thank you.
Unanimous.
That's,
And she said
sweet.
state aid, right?
Also, the Museum of Fine Arts pass has expired. It's one of our most used passes. So
Would the Friends of the Library have some interest in funding that?
I can ask them. I just asked them to fund 2 others, so.
Oh, yeah, well, how do you feel about it, Darcy?
I can definitely ask. It's just, I don't think they're meeting again for a little while, maybe a month or so. Like,
well, it would
It's
be
up to you
easy
all.
if they approved 2 other ones,
mhm.
right, then it would be easier if they renew them, if they're able
Oh,
to.
do it all
you
at
know.
once.
No, that's not what I mean, I'm saying, if whoever funds the pass. If they continue to fund it, would be easier for you and everybody else, like if the Friends took on 2, and then next
Mhm.
year they refunded rather than ask them maybe to do another one.
Mhm.
But I don't know if their funds are sufficient to do
I
it
think
on
they-
an annual basis.
Yeah, I mean, I think they do have enough to do it right now. I don't know their,
Yeah.
Well, why don't you ask if that's the way they'd like to go? Or we could
Okay.
fund it out of our donation account or our state aid money.
When's
When
it
did-
due?
yeah,
But
when
I'd
is
like
it-
to give them the opportunity so they feel
already
part of it all.
expired
Oh,
August
oh.
31st.
Oh, it's already expired.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's,
Oh, it has. And then I'm going to
Yeah.
amend my motion to fund the pass out of the donation account.
Second,
What's the amount again?
200.
200.
200, okay.
All those in favor? Laurel,
Aye.
Lindsay.
Aye.
Mary Lou,
aye.
Jan.
Aye.
Kathy,
Aye.
Lee,
Yes.
Bob, yes.
Thank you.
Right, take care of that.
Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know how that happened. Ryan Reardon Fund. I have found out the answer to the question.
That's good.
Okay.
So right now the balance is $2,897.49.
Say that again?
$2,897.49. the account is dormant, but I can just go back in and reactivate it. It's not going to delete the money or anything.
So did they have specific goals for that money, or can we decide how to spend it?
It was really to kind of liven and spruce up the room.
Right.
And I think the only one thing was kind of oops.
Oops, I lost it.
Yeah, me too.
I wonder.
Yeah, they must have,
Huh. Is there any way to let them know?
I suppose texting them or emailing them might do it. Or calling the library, I don't know.
I don't. I only have. I only have the phone I'm using right now.
Oops,
No, everybody's disappeared.
yeah, except for us. Oh, it's coming back. It's booting, it looks like it's booting up again.
Oh, okay.
Sorry.
Hello, hello.
Oh, there, you're
Okay.
back.
No, they're on.
There you're back. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
What did we miss?
yes, we.
Kathy
we
and I were
lost our-
talking to each other. We just lost you guys.
Oops.
Yeah.
Anyway, yes, it's a
Yeah.
it's a card with a debit account, and my card has expired and the account is dormant, but all I have to do is go in and reactivate it, and it should be okay.
Okay.
Any questions about those? I created a draft of terminology.
Ah, super.
Yes. So right now it's a draft, so if anybody thinks of anything to add, I can do that. So a lot of frequently used words like MVLC, ARIS, state aid, MBLC.
Yeah.
Let me know if you want me to add anything. Feel free to look it over.
Did you send it to us or? have you-
I did.
Yeah, she did, yeah.
Yeah.
I also included my write-up for the evaluation.
Mary Lou, you had something to
Yes,
say?
Mary?
No,
Oh,
What a-
Okay,
I didn't say.
We heard something. I don't know what you said.
I also included my write-up for the evaluation, as I do that every year, and you'll have it for that. And also as an aside, which I forgot to write up in my report, is I submitted a capital improvement request for shelving. So if it is approved, my guess is that it would be spread out throughout the years because it's about $129,000. But it's very much needed. The shelving had been cut at the top. Some of it is leaning. So what I wanted to do is upgrade everything to the shelving that we have with wheels. So we can, if we decide that we don't like the layout that we're going to change it to, we can change it to something else.
That'll come in time with the carpet, right?
Yeah, right.
No,
Is it you mean the main shelving?
Yeah.
yes, that's my,
I mean, a huge stack is gonna be a real, I just can't picture it, that's all.
yeah,
Something that.
it would
they
be.
put it- The wheels lock. I'm
The same height
assuming.
though.
How though that one in the middle, they don't actually, move unless you push them. It won't be, it's very, you have to like actively
Yeah.
move it. So, yeah.
Well, they don't have locking wheels.
I don't think they lock, but I don't think
They
there's
should
any
if they
danger.
don't.
They must, they
Yeah.
must.
Um,
Otherwise, wouldn't it be a hazard?
I don't know, I will check, they're small enough that I'll check the shelving we have. But if not, there are other options out there. I just gave them a sample.
Sure.
I just counted up our shelves and counted it against Demco's and sent them that as a sample. So
Well, let me ask a stupid question. We put wheels on the shelves that are out there, or are they too far
No.
gone?
oh, they're still like cut at the top, like
Top.
if someone touches them, it's pretty sharp
yeah.
and they're still leaning and damaged and stuff,
Hmm.
so
They're very rickety.
no, unfortunately. But also, since we are, making over and sprucing up the library, it's gonna flash, I know it's not the biggest issue, but it will flash with carpet and stuff we have now, looking nice. We wanna look nice. I think that's, I included the variance reports.
Hey, any questions, anyone? We good? We'll do the roll call,
Oh, I'm accepting it.
accept the director's report. Laurel,
Aye.
Lindsay?
Yep.
Mary Lou?
Yes,
Mary Lou, can you hear us?
yes, I
again.
said yes, I'm
Oh.
sorry. Yeah, I guess I need to speak up. That's usually not a problem with me somehow, but
Dan? Kathy?
Yes.
Lee?
Yes.
Bob?
Okay.
Executive session.
Okay.
Has anyone had a chance to read this report?
I got it. I can't find it. When did it come? Do you know?
It was attached to the minutes, the agenda.
Maybe I
It
missed it.
basically states that we can't go into executive session to discuss.
That's right.
I will- I didn't
There-
delete
there-
any of that stuff. It's probably still on there. I'll get it. Okay.
Yeah, this item 1. And it doesn't fit anything that we're looking for, so.
Knew that to begin with.
just
Yeah.
Skip it.
Unless.
No,
somebody-
any discussion of that, so it has to be an open meeting.
I can excuse myself,
Yeah.
but it's not an executive session.
Right.
Okay. It's fine.
Done and dusted with that one. Yeah,
Good
I
to
got,
have that
I looked at it
too.
and Beth signed it and I looked at it and it's just. It's, it's, if you have disputes with lawyers or unions or
If I'd been at the
purchasing.
meeting
da,
last
da,
week,
da,
I
da,
could have
da.
told you that because we went through it with the COA, like, nope, you can't do
Okay.
it.
Okay.
You have to really,
Okay, next up is the director's evaluation.
Mhm.
And my understanding is we should have them completed and ready for compilation by this meeting? No, am I correct?
Yes, that was what we decided, yes.
well, no, not to hand them in today. It
Do,
was like,
do director's evaluation for October meeting, they've always said.
Okay,
I thought it
but,
was November.
No,
no,
No, for him
they,
to
they should be,
file them.
let me.
Well, I don't have mine. Was that-
They should be done so that I can do the compilation, so we do the discussion in November,
right,
correct?
yeah,
Okay,
yes.
I'll have, because when I
That's fine.
read it, I thought it was final review of the director's evaluation.
You did that last-
Wait for hers to come in. Well, we didn't because Nancy had additions
She made changes last time.
and we
which we're
didn't
done.
vote on that.
Yeah, and we did.
No, she sent it afterwards. This is what I've changed. I mean, I wasn't here, but
No,
this is
she's
what.
Voted on.
Oh, it's this terrible connection.
Those changes
Yeah, it
there.
is.
Exactly.
Set the
And you-
evaluation out, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay, I have mine.
All of this is fine. I'm gonna be away for the next week. So if people could leave it in a sealed envelope
Sure.
with Darcy,
okay,
like we did last year. I'll
Because
come-
you can we email it? Because you can put your numbers
Okay, you can email. that's
on
fine.
that. I mean, I started to do it and then I'm like, no, I'm confused now. I don't have to
Yeah, we couldn't email it last year because I know we had a,
double check on.
You should be able to
Check.
email. it.
Yeah,
okay.
I think I was able to, put my number, just playing around with it. I didn't check if I could put comments or not.
You should be able to, a Word document.
It's a Word doc,
It's
yeah,
a Word doc. yes.
Okay, in the minutes you're gonna prepare, can
yeah.
you put my email and direction to people to send?
Well, no one's gonna see them until next week, next month.
Well,
But, oh, you mean, so I should
to
do,
me, individuals send theirs to me, so I
Oh,
can
just put
compare.
that, oh, I thought you meant to put your email in these minutes.
Okay.
I'm like, no, you don't want your email given
Yeah.
to everybody in the world.
So you have my email,
Yes, yes,
everyone has. my-
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And you say you'll be gone for a couple of weeks.
Oh, just a week, yeah,
Just a
oh,
week.
plenty of time to do a compilation, yeah.
Perfect. Sounds good.
So you can hand them to Darcy or email them to you.
Right.
Okay.
Okay, next we have any updates to Rebecca or Christie's emails? We talked last time, I know, about the sofa. The chair set up, and I thought we were gonna look at possibilities of replacing that little bit of furniture.
Yeah, the old sofa.
Yeah.
We talked about getting rid of that,
Oh, you're right.
and maybe
I thought we had some ideas about
and
replacing
moving some
it.
more stuff.
I
there.
did, I did in an email I sent you, I did send you samples, but that
Okay.
was, I think. Last month. I will resend that to everybody.
Okay,
Did you guys
Res-
get to measure, by the way?
no, I
I
want
want to
to,
ask you about that, because I can do it on my own if you want.
that's fine, I was gonna, for 2 weeks from now, I'll be back.
Yeah,
so-
I can do it on my own.
Okay.
Yeah.
It might be helpful when we get the new shelving too.
Yeah,
Yeah, so I think it'll be gradual, a little bit
Yeah.
at a time.
Okay. Okay,
I'll do it. I'll do it.
did I jump ahead to one of the last items? Kathy, did you have an update on the Beaton, from Attorney Beaton?
I do. I talked to
trust-
Attorney Beaton, last week, and he said there's been no further update. That Renaissance, well, it's called Ren now. Renaissance, the trustees will be in touch with us and the Pentucket Scholarship Fund as soon as the money is to be released.
Okay. Good. You said that was something like 35,000?
Between 30 and 40,000 is what he quoted me. And to the best of his knowledge, it had no restrictions.
Okay.
Just as a follow-up, Darcy, when you were talking to Dale or anyone from the Friends of the Library, be sure they haven't received any information as well. Darcy? Oops.
I need you to repeat that.
Kathy, can you try that again?
Oh, sorry, Darcy. Darcy, when you were talking to anyone from the Friends of the Library, just make sure they haven't received any information on that. Sometimes it can be to the Friends of the Library or to the library. So just
Yeah.
want to make sure, cover all bases
Okay.
and make sure that nothing in that to do with Renaissance or Attorney Beaton or the Tibbetts bequest has gone to the
Yeah.
Friends of the Library.
Okay. I will say I haven't seen anything come in the mail and they have everything
Okay.
sent to us, but I will make sure that nothing's done through email or anything like that.
Okay, the next thing we're gonna look at is the strategic action plan for review.
Yes,
Will you
the
be able to get-
strategic plan.
You able to get that up on the screen or?
Yes, I can. Particular section you would like to look at?
Let's do it section by section. What I wanted to do is, there are some of them that should be completed already. And,
Okay.
but based on, fiscal year.
Looks like the screen share is
So
still
they go
loading. Okay, there we go. We are on a slow internet because it's the one on the other side of the building. Yes, the internet connection is unstable. Okay,
Go on.
hold on.
That should be.
All right.
So the first one for fiscal year 22, regularly seek out program funding from a variety of sources, including the available grants. I think we nailed that one. But,
Yes.
okay,
Yes, we've done, the Mass Cultural Council for many years, and Bergen just did LSTA, and I think I think she put in one for the Cultural Council again, so. What?
make our programs accessible for patrons with disabilities or patrons who cannot drive to the library.
I think by making most of them hybrid, we
Yeah.
have,
Okay,
yes.
I don't have the name right now.
I mean, of course, there's always more things we can do. I think, at some point we can expand to, I need to get Sue in on this, but, enable the closed captioning and things like that, but there's, we've been working toward making that fully accessible.
expand our advertising to more newspapers and online calendars that patrons regularly read. I mean, we have a website on with the town,
Yes.
which
Um,
fills that.
yes. There is, I think, more that we can do. It's been a little, I will say, it's been a little sporadic. That one we can tackle a little bit more in depth. There are more calendars out there.
I've seen a lot of things in the Eagle
Advertising
Tribune.
in more newspapers,
Yes, so that is true. There's been a lot of also stuff on the local radio, which has been great. Lauren does that. But Sue does do advertising for local papers. So there is a lot already done. I
Yeah.
just know that there are a few, like Macaroni Kid website and stuff. We can, it's more just like, I know that everybody is so
Yeah.
busy already, but
I know the lady who does the Macaroni Kid for Merrimack Valley. We
oh,
were on the PTO together in Georgetown, so that's been good to. That's there.
okay, thank you, Lindsay. Very possible. Like, hey, can you just take me?
Another one is the Mother's Club,
Mother's Club.
Newburyport. I don't know who's in there now, but I mean, there are quite a few Groveland. Yes, and you don't have to be a Groveland resident.
From Anna Jake's, like that Mother's Club?
I believe so. I used to be connected with them in my school and did a newspaper column every month.
Is your daughter still in it?
No,
Oh,
it's really for younger,
Yeah,
younger,
I remember doing that.
but she might have contacts. I could ask her like who would be.
Yeah, I think I
Mhm.
still get the emails from the Anna Jake's like Mother's Club.
Oh, okay, I hadn't heard of that one.
Yeah,
About
yeah.
story time or something.
Yeah.
like that.
Or you'll see our
Yeah, you
numbers
never-
are
so
pretty.
Probably don't need any more.
I mean, you
people.
never know, but I will say a lot of the kids programs even, they do fill up now, so.
yeah, we got people from Haverhill.
Yeah, you
Oh,
got
good
people
Lord,
from all over.
All over, yeah.
We have this couple from Cricket that regularly comes to the adult programs on Monday nights. Just, they just drive over from Cricket.
Wow. Yeah.
They go to the small city from the big city.
They love it. It's been years and they still do it.
Oh, it's good.
Okay, I think we're gonna go to goal 2.
Okay. Well,
All of these are
we're a
work in
little-
process.
Yeah, we're still working on these.
Just change it to.
All of them.
24,
But they're active,
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything is, we are actively working on the majority of these things, which is good.
I think the teen room is a real priority personally, just
Mm.
because it will. If possible, it will be better service for the teens. And it'll also be better services for this meeting room to be able to have a larger meeting room.
That's true.
I
That's
just think
true.
that right now it appears to be very underutilized with it in here.
Mhm.
And I think that's just gonna be a great shift.
Yeah,
Personally, if you need any help with it, I'm happy to help.
I do definitely agree.
That's something we could do before the carpet.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right, so that's, a lot of this depends, I mean, you're not gonna paint and do all of this. And move shelves and then,
Mhm.
oh, you could paint, I guess, maybe the shelves, but.
But all of
Yeah.
this is in the works. It's
Yeah,
not like-
yeah, so
Yeah.
even though that was FY 22, it's like, yeah, we've been waiting for new carpeting.
Yeah, and a lot of this,
Till that was here.
you know, when we wrote this, when I wrote this, we weren't going to move the teen section and, a lot has actually changed too. So, needs are always changing and it's going to be interesting to see what the new strategic plan looks like. So
And when is that? 2026, the beginning?
it is scheduled to begin when fiscal year 26 starts. So over this fiscal year and next fiscal year, I have to do it, or actually a bunch of us. So it's,
So what actual date is it due? I'm sorry.
I think it's,
It'd be July
The-
25, wouldn't
it's,
Isn't it
No,
usually due
it's-
in Oc-
it's usually October, so it's going to be
Next.
next October,
or
Is it
This,
2020?
this is FY 24 now,
Right.
Right,
and it expires the end of 25.
so it would be
Oh,
next
it's next
October.
It's next October. All right.
Right.
All right.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a move on with that.
That's why I wanted to put this before. us. That's it. It'll
October
be here before you know it.
2025
four.
it's due, or October 2023?
24 for 25. So we're in
No,
FY
no,
24
no,
It's
now.
it's for fiscal year 26.
Yeah, so we
Oh.
don't have to do it till October of 2025.
Yeah,
Right.
but
Right,
it's still,
so that's 2 years out.
Do it. or
I need to
complete it.
write it all out.
Completed by
It's
You've
just
got
like
time.
doing math in my head. at the
You've got time, Darcy.
So October 2/25, it's completed. So that is a year, yeah.
Yes, I'll write out
Yeah,
an actual
timeline or
calendar.
something, yeah. That would be helpful.
But it will be the October before fiscal year 26 starts. That is what I will be due.
So all of these tasks, in essence, are work in process right now with contingent on the carpet and money and all that. We're
Yeah. Yes, even the studies, that's a money
that's
issue.
all comes out of the money. I think we can go to 3. Go to the middle school and high schools and leave. Where did that come from?
It came from SOAR, but I don't remember who provided it to. SOAR is the what we do in the meetings that we come up with goals.
Well, it was a goal, but it was a task to encourage the youth using the
Yes.
library and understanding how to use the online resources, if I remember correctly.
Yes. But I can tell you is the technology instructions have been good. Matt provides one-on-one technology instruction.
In the high school or here?
Oh, no, yeah, because all ages are lifelong. But of course, if a high schooler wants one, then they can also ask for an appointment. We did conduct a study for the hours, and that is something we tried to do 2 budget seasons ago. It's something we can possibly try again.
Well, we
For
did,
this
we actually did the survey
Yes,
to the public
yes. The survey did happen.
and we found out what we already knew. More hours.
more hours. We were trying to go for being open Monday and Wednesday mornings, but now we're seeing a need for another night, so it might be one other morning, one other night. That's what I'm thinking so far.
Does that require any change in staff? If you can do it with staff you've
It
got?
requires money.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be a budget thing. The staff is already pretty stretched thin.
Okay,
Um,
so is that something we should be putting in the town meeting to increase the staff? Like the one in the spring?
I think it's a budget thing, so when I put in the budget, I budget for another staff member.
Right. That's
So
it,
that would go to town
Right,
meeting
yeah.
if the Board of Selectmen and the Finance Board both approve.
right.
And then expand our open hours based on the study. Well, we tried,
So,
and we'll try again.
so, I mean, we tried last spring. What was the response from the selectmen and the finance committee then?
It was, well, not this past spring, but the last year.
Yeah,
And they heard what our needs were. It was really the money issue.
right,
I know that they were cutting all sorts of things with that override season. So, they didn't disagree. It was just the money, they couldn't give it to us.
That was when the school was coming. We had the school override.
right, yeah.
And then last year, everyone was getting big raises. So it's like, okay, big raises and more hours? No, now we can do more
The
hours.
school was the year before.
Rebecca
Yeah, 2
stated
years ago.
very strongly, she totally agreed with what we were saying. She knew where we were coming from, but
But
budget is budget.
Yeah, budget is budget, exactly. So, we just try again.
Mhm.
But now I think it's actually beneficial because again, now we're seeing a need for another night when we did not have that need before.
Mhm.
But with
Mhm.
all of the programming and how that's going, that's a morning and a night that might be beneficial. So even though we didn't get it, we learned something over time, and not that we couldn't have changed it, but
So people are requesting more morning too.
Yep,
yeah, so originally they had requested the Monday and Wednesday mornings. But I'm hearing and seeing more of a mix. I haven't done an official survey again, and I could, but what I know is that there's always just like well, can I use the room on this day at this time? No, it's already being used for this because, we're
Right,
only open 2 nights and
Right, the nights I know seem to be,
yeah.
and I think the morning that is like, you come here, it's like, oh, they don't open till 1? I thought it was noon. I
Yeah,
thought it was 10. You forget what day it is. If you're open at night, you don't open till 1. And it's, yeah, for those that are around in the morning and people who have little kids.
yeah.
Time.
So that's what I'm thinking, one of each.
Yeah.
I think that
Mhm.
that's the fairest option.
Yeah,
What about the little free libraries? Have we
Yeah.
done anything with that?
Well, the Friends have been doing it. They've enacted 2 or 3, something like that. Yeah, we have a lot in town now,
yeah.
which is cool.
Yeah.
Let's go to 4.
Cleaning those out.
I do it every time, like I check.
Yeah, I mean,
It's not when if there's ripped stuff, I throw it away.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's really good because it could be really
yeah,
tacky afternoon.
yeah.
I know she does her own.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't one over there. But I think he's a grown up now, so I'm sure he's not checking it anymore.
Really.
To the next one.
Where are we? I'm sorry.
Goal 4.
Four, yeah.
or, yeah, the archive.
I've lost them all again, Mary Lou.
Yeah, we're the only ones with stable connections tonight.
I know.
I'm
I
gonna take
wonder
this
why that
opportunity.
is.
I'm gonna take this opportunity to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Good idea.
I wanna see. Cause this is what we were on before and then it kicked us off.
There you are.
There we are.
Here we are.
Mary Lou's here too.
The internet's been, what a thing tonight.
Challenging tonight.
All right.
Alright, I'm gonna share the screen again. Might take a moment to load because the internet's slow. Okay, good. Alright, yes, the archival things. These are all still in progress. Do you have any specific questions?
So that's basically Lauren's bailiwick.
Yeah, she's
Could-
been,
Could she use some help?
possibly. I don't know right now who would be able to do that. I need to talk to her about
Okay.
that.
I mean, could it be done with a volunteer? Do we need to hire somebody?
I think I need to ask her really,
Yeah.
cause it'll be someone that she has to work with. It has to be someone she trusts, cause she's very, very,
That's
Right.
her baby.
yes,
Yeah.
it's her baby,
Well,
exactly.
My thought was, I wonder if what college around here
Yeah.
does things like this,
Yeah.
you know,
I
that,
know Merrimack College does.
yeah,
Mhm.
I think, because Bob Guptill did that too. through
Mhm.
his- Or, what library
Mhm.
colleges are there, when you get your library science.
Yes.
One in
Degree.
Marlborough. Is that
Well,
one?
I'm always confused because we have two sets of archival files that we deal with.
Mm.
One of them create a digital collection of our archival collection. On one of them, supposedly, we have an Excel spreadsheet of all that stuff, right?
Bob Guptill's.
Yeah,
No.
No.
Charlie created one of everything that was in the boxes. It was very rough.
Oh, okay.
But it was a long time ago and Lauren's been sorting through it all. The Guptill collection is a lot more recent than that. So that was not even, I mean,
That wasn't.
it
Yeah,
wasn't
we
a
didn't have it yet.
consideration on this strategic plan.
Right. 'Cause we didn't have
We
it.
knew it would possibly come in the future, but it wasn't on a
Yeah.
strategic.
but it seems to me that creating a digital collection of our archival collections is beyond the expertise of our staff.
Yeah,
So-
so, actually, something that I wrote on the, on this, Bob,
Mhm.
Digital Commonwealth, they would do that if we
Oh, okay.
join them.
On your goals, right?
Yes, on the goals.
Okay.
So we would need to create be a
Mhm.
member of Digital Commonwealth, but everything, they would actually digitize everything and then it would be available to everyone.
We have to send it to them, right?
Sometimes they come pick it up. It depends on.
I mean,
But
they own it. We don't have the physical.
No, they would digitize it and give it back. I
Yeah.
think.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, they would
Okay.
digitize and give it
Oh,
back.
yeah.
All right.
But to
Yeah.
get, how much they can handle in 1 year or 1 6-month. period,
Yeah,
that's what we're
I need to
saying.
get more in touch with them and I need to know if we're close enough to be able to do that.
Right. That would be
You know,
good.
in terms of items that have been sorted.
Is this through the library, like MBLC or anything like that, or is this, do they have
It's
some kind of digitalization department?
MBLC doesn't, it's,
Or MLS or any of them?
this is one of the Boston colleges or universities, I think. If I'm remembering. correctly.
BPL.
BPL. I think, yeah, it's BPL actually.
Boston, yeah. Boston Public Library.
Yes,
See?
I'll add that to this.
I think, but it could have changed.
I think you're right that it is BPL. They have so many sections. But that's what I'm thinking. I think that's the easiest option. I just need to know if we're close enough to do that. So I will talk to Lauren a little bit more in depth about this. I know she asked to change her schedule just a little bit so she has time where she can actually spread out and do these things, because normally she's doing patron or just other stuff. So hopefully we will.
Are there any grants out there? That's one of them.
I do know, well, I don't know if we're allowed to do multiple LSTA grants at the same time. But there are LSTA grants for it.
Because it's one of the.
Well,
action items
does
here.
it cost money for the digital Commonwealth?
To join it, but I don't think to actually get the things,
Because
the items
if-
digitized.
If they digitize, if we're able to join them
Yeah,
and they can do the digitization,
it's the
in a timely
easiest.
manner, and then
Yeah.
it gets posted on, can it also be posted on your
Mhm.
website as well?
Yep.
So to me,
The
that makes
easiest.
a lot of sense, even if we have to find out how much it costs to join.
Yeah,
I mean, we have money to do something like that, because I think everybody wants to see this keep moving,
Mhm.
you know, and it's very difficult, you know, part-time staff don't have that kind of time to
Yeah.
really devote which you really kind of have to devote a lot of time. at
Exactly.
every time. You can't just piecemeal it.
I know
And we
she,
don't exactly have advantageous storage space for this
Right,
stuff.
right. I mean,
Right.
to me, I would be pursuing that would be great. to
Yes.
Just find out, and then we could maybe move in that direction, and maybe even a
Yeah.
tax work-off person could help
oh,
at
yeah,
the point of getting it ready to go to digital Commonwealth.
yeah,
I don't think they filled all the positions.
No.
For tax workers.
They haven't had many people apply.
Right, so maybe there's somebody who would love to, do it. Maybe not, but we never. know.
yeah. Need to make sure that person can work with Lauren.
Okay, let's
Because,
move
you know,
on.
it is her baby.
We have
Yeah,
a lot.
But it's also, this is a goal of the library,
Yes,
so we
Right.
have to keep our eyes on
Yes.
that, just look at it.
Digital Commonwealth did come out at the beginning of all this, and they gave some very good advice, and they left some information, printed information, with us, and were very amenable to picking up what we need and telling us what we need. And I don't remember what the cost was at the time. The cost of joining. There was no cost for the work.
Right, right, well, Darcy
Okay.
can find that out. and
Yeah, I'll
then
find
we
that.
have-
Yeah.
yeah,
I have the information, just see if we wanna move forward.
yeah.
Let's scoot to 5 so we can get through these.
5. I've been doing a lot of this.
Hotspots are done.
Hotspots.
Isn't Brighton, didn't you think about getting computers for the?
Yeah, so the teen area would have at least one. We might actually just relocate one that we have. Because obviously in the middle section, they're not all used at once. So, yes, there would be a computer in that area. We also have the OPAC in the children's room now.
Right.
Computer for the children's room. I know it's not like a play on the computer type of thing, but it is useful. We have reorganized the adult section as much as we can currently with how the shelving is. So that we did.
You have beautiful signs up saying what the areas are.
Yes, they're beautiful.
That's a step. At least at
We
least
do.
there are signs.
They're beautiful. I don't think we've done the list, at least not in this way. I do think there have been lists provided that have been found online. But I don't think the library itself has formulated a list.
Is that supposed to be for mainly the children's one?
Yeah, kind of like, you know, this series is level whatever, this
Right,
series is
right.
level whatever, because some of,
I think
you know,
that's-
some caregivers will be like, you know, this.
What's a good second grade book?
Yes,
yeah, early
exactly.
reader.
So there are, of course, you know, the early easy readers, they are leveled, but I have seen paper lists from other sources in the library.
But even when you look those books up on the website, or, you know, to see if the library has it.
Mhm.
Type in the book, it says for ages 10 to 7.
Yeah, the library catalog it does have a lot of information on it. They try to put as much as they can
Right,
without overloading the patrons.
right. So, I mean, that's something that, but again, I guess it's, you'd want to see what does Groveland have
Yes,
as you walk in, not just, I'm looking for books. Like when I was in the children's store, it's like, I'm looking for books on owls.
yes.
All, you know, and all this, how preschool, and, you know, have it all down like that, and then from there, what did Groveland have, or what can I get within a day or two?
I mean, I will say there have been a lot of great displays going on in the children's room, so
And Bergen is very good about knowing, giving some suggestions.
yes,
So-
very knowledgeable about those.
Yeah. Which is
Um,
great.
Yes. So in a way.
Yes. You don't have a list.
In a
You have
way.
You have you have a.
It's in a brain.
It's in a brain.
It's in a brain. Okay, hotspots.
Yeah.
We have done more digital resources. So I think this was created before we signed up for Hoopla, Canopy, US Newsstream.
It was,
Uh,
it was.
Yes,
So
yes.
we
have a
nailed that
lot of
one.
that, yeah.
Yes, and of course, I'm always looking for ones that are, that I think will do well. I just pay attention to what the other library directors are talking about when it comes to that, but I haven't come across any others recently, so I'll keep everyone updated on that. 6.
Okay, 6. Why don't we make 6 the last one, and then we'll pick up the rest next time?
We-
Then
Okay.
Should be a little-
Getting a little
I-
tired.
Have you noticed? I can't even talk.
Are we cross-eyed? Staff will wear name tags. We all have name tags.
are people wearing
Sometimes people forget. I haven't enforced a you must or else. It's usually someone will see me wear it or we'll see someone else wear it and be like, oh, the name tag, and put it on. So we try. All right, professional development. We do, this has moved to a lot of online professional development, but
Mhm.
we're all doing professional development.
Yeah.
That's good.
So that is definitely being done. Staff meetings are monthly. They're all usually the day after the trustee meeting, so I can give them any updates. But Sue's on vacation, so ours is next week. Staff, very attentive to patrons. If they're ever not, I will talk to them.
Do we formally have monthly meetings with staff, or is it?
No, I do.
Yeah, okay, oh,
Yes.
that's a- Yeah,
Yes. Yes, the staff all meet. It's a Thursday morning at 9. If anybody wants to join us, it's next Thursday morning. So the digital offerings through MVLC, I do think that can improve, but I've actually made that a goal for some of the staff on their own evaluations for this coming year, for the goal to be done this fall. So hopefully they will. And of course, I'm willing to show them how they work. It's just a matter of clicking on it.
what's available through the Merrimack Valley Consortium online?
So we have, trying to think which ones. There are some that we subscribe to.
But this is only something that staff would be,
US
That's just a-
Newsstream is one. So it's more, the digital, like US News Stream, Canopy, stuff like that, those digital services
Mhm.
that patrons have access to, not every staff member knows how to use them. But I've made it a goal for many of them to start learning and using them more, so if they don't, I will sit down with them individually and go through each one. Hopefully, that doesn't have to happen. Local history questions, right now, it's mainly Lauren. Very hard with a small staff. I try to answer what I can. A lot of the questions have to do with the Woodbury collection, which is very easy to, find them, the answers. Because those are just, I don't know if you've seen them. For anybody who doesn't know, they're pictures of houses in Groveland that have been old, and Lewis Woodbury hand wrote the history of each of those old houses. And we have copies of them over in the local history section. And a lot of people want to know the history of their house.
Well,
That's what it is.
Is there any connection between the library and Groveland Historical Society?
No, not in anything in
Do you think
official
it's something
capacity.
needed, or is it, we don't really need it?
I just don't know what that would entail.
Are they active?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 and the
I mean, we do,
Washington Hall is open every Sunday, I think.
Yeah.
2 to 4.
When
Just to
they're-
see what's in their collection.
we do point people their way if it's something that's needed. So, yeah.
But we don't have a list of what they have, and they don't necessarily list it.
Job descriptions.
Well, let's back up.
What's that?
I think maybe
The staff members, I think it's, I have no problem training them to know, oh, you're interested in this, this is where you go. But I get the impression that this sort of leads you to believe that, oh, they have some of the answers to these questions. And I think that's a little much to ask.
Yeah, I see what you
Yeah.
mean. The staff do know to point some of the staff know to point people toward the Woodbury collection or to the Historical Society. So I will say,
And we also
in
have
that-
at the library, we have copies of the Jane Dorgan book, which gives a good overall view of Groveland. She was born and raised here and did a great amount of work writing a history book. And we have it all the time. It was donated to the library by Jane Dorgan before she died. And
yes,
we have several copies. I think
They're
we
not
sell them for
asking us that.
$10, or there's copies available for patrons to look at when they're here.
so Lauren handles the more in-depth stuff because she's been researching that very well. And then a lot of us know to point people to the Historical Society or the Woodbury collection, and hopefully that answers that.
Yeah.
Job descriptions, those were just updated when the Collins Center
Oh,
did
right.
their when they did their updates, they updated the job descriptions, and from there I edited them to make them a little bit more accurate to the library staff. So those actually are
All set.
updated.
Nice.
So everyone has an updated job description.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay,
The pages don't usually change, but everyone else's did.
who's the longest serving page? Matt?
He's not a page, the page. Justin, but Justin started last year. The pages are high school students, so Justin's in college, so usually we cycle through them a little bit more often. But for library assistants, of course, it's Lauren.
How long has Lauren been here, do you know?
About a decade, maybe 11
Yeah,
years.
she had me when she was here when she was a baby.
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you come together? No.
No,
No, she was here.
She was here.
she was definitely here. I started 2015, like spring
That's right,
2015.
that's right. Yeah, she's been here. Yeah,
Yes.
Natalie hired her, Natalie Hardy hired her.
Right, so that was a long time ago.
Bob, do you want to just finish? There's only one more goal.
Oh, no, there's more than,
No, there's goal 7.
There's a little stuff. Yeah, I think goal 7 is short. There's,
okay, yeah, let's finish. I thought,
Yeah, then we don't
Barely.
have to put it back on the agenda.
oh, I know what I'm getting at, there's, 7 and then there's some other
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. Okay, let's finish. Thank you, Jan.
So a lot of these,
You going over to the board of selectmen, they haven't called you?
you know, we, let's see, Groveland Day.
It says,
We
it says
have-
Groveland Day?
Participated at Groveland Day.
Oh, we have
the-
the sale. no?
But yes, the Friends of the Library does have the sale. And we have had an individual library table in the past. It's more of a just getting people on board to be at that individual library table is a little tough, but the sale always happens, which is, I think, advertising for the library too. The other things. I do know that Bergen has gone to the schools. I wouldn't say it's repeatedly, but also it could be, I know that,
She's tried.
yes, it's very busy. They're very busy. So,
Mhm.
you know, there's no one's fault. Obviously, everyone's
Now,
just,
do you have to report to the board, or not have to, but I know certain people have been requested to come like on every other month to the board of selectmen meeting and give an update on how
I
everything.
haven't,
They haven't asked
no,
you, and you're not asking to be on their agenda.
no,
I did mention it last night about reinstating, having department heads come more frequently so
Oh.
that they can have better communication.
Oh.
It was mentioned as a
But they have
possible,
the
as a goal.
town
okay,
meeting.
yeah, I mean, if
that
they
other
talk to me
meeting.
about it, I will totally,
But so I thought that's, no, they don't attend, but the department heads have a monthly meeting or bi-monthly meeting.
yes, the
with-
bi-monthly
with
meeting.
Rebecca and
Yes.
all the department heads, so you tell there what's been going on.
Yeah, I mean, it
And then
might,
all our newsletter is sent over to all the selectmen every month, right? And the town administrator.
I don't know if they're subscribed.
That would be good, that would be a good thing.
Yeah, just send it to them.
I do know that after we met with the finance board 2 years ago, some of them subscribed.
That's right,
Yeah.
because they didn't know.
And I know it was you who
Yeah.
was like, that newsletter is great.
Yeah, take a look.
So
Would they have to subscribe, or could you just send it to them?
I guess I could just send them the link to the online, like the HTML
I
version.
mean, they
I think
can,
that would be a great
That would be
idea.
just,
easy.
yeah,
You can't force them to get
Well,
it.
that's
You-
keeping them informed, so that's
you Give them the link.
easy
Yeah.
to do.
If they don't wanna look at
Yeah,
it.
Check
right.
that box.
I think it was really nice though, Bergen was there. Was it when the?
Oh,
the-
yeah,
the
she,
Daisies,
yeah,
yeah, and I think having a face there more frequently is a good thing.
yes,
It
very
really
true.
is, and just giving positive announcements about what's going on. You can't have enough good publicity.
Yes, very true.
now I have a question, with this, these monthly, is it monthly or bi-monthly meetings that you have with Rebecca and all the department heads?
Bi-monthly,
Bi-monthly,
every other month.
has that always been going on, or is that fairly recent?
That's fairly recent. It actually, Kevin tried to start it and he did, but it was done a little differently. So this is more established
Okay.
now. She started it maybe a few months after she started as TA.
Okay, I had never heard of it until I was chair and had to go.
Yeah, so for a little while, she kind of was figuring out the frequency, but it's every other month, the department heads meet, and every other month, we meet individually with her.
With her, but not the selectmen.
No,
But she can report to the selectmen,
yes,
so.
Yes, I mean, it
So
doesn't
far.
hurt for me to just send the
Oh,
link,
yeah, oh, no, no, but I'm saying
HTML
that-
link to
that's-
them
yeah,
and
we're
they
doing
can read
fine.
it and
Yeah.
have a grand old time reading that. It,
Well, there might be a program they're interested in. and
Very
that's How they would hear of it. I mean,
very true.
I think that's really important. Keep
Yeah,
The communications open.
yes.
It would be good for them to also see your face,
Yeah.
not only when you're asking for something.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly.
Mm.
That's what I mean, when you know, there's so much good, positive stuff going on here
Mhm.
Yeah,
that I think that we need to publicize that as much
Yeah.
as possible, and just be ambassadors for the library.
Mhm.
I know the two meetings I went in finance, they were impressed that it was more than Darcy showing up.
Right.
And I
Mhm.
think, other
Support.
meetings, it's onesies and,
in the old days, the whole board would attend the
Is that
finance.
right?
board.
Oh, yeah.
And they were like,
Ah,
there's no work for you in this room. It's like, sorry, we're all here supporting the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, so. Okay, anything else?
I think we're good for
I think
7.
that's
Okay.
it.
Okay,
That was just a review, so I don't think we have to vote on anything.
no,
Okay.
No,
No,
Or any old business? Anyone wants to bring up?
oh, just one thing.
Yeah.
Did you have any further thoughts on the sink in the children's room? Whether,
Nothing's been done with that.
because if you and,
I know.
Bergen decide that you want to reinstate it, I mean.
I know
We just need
Bergen
to
said she'd
acknowledge it.
be all for it if she has said that. I don't know if it's the same thought as she said a few months ago, but I can talk to her about that.
Well, you and
Um,
I looked at it, remember?
yes.
It was a while ago.
Yes, she has said if we
Maybe
put it
Steve
back,
could-
then
Let you know like what he thought it would take to put it
Yeah.
back.
yes.
I have one minor item.
Thank you, Darcy.
I live in fear of meeting the deadline to get the agenda to Beth. And
You've done
last
great.
week,
You've done
I
great.
said, oh, Monday's a holiday.
yes,
If she doesn't get it before noon on Friday, we're cooked.
and unless she has Friday off.
Or she's on a vacation.
Mhm.
So my plan going forward is at the end of the month, as soon as I get the link, I'm gonna publish the agenda for
Okay.
the next
I think
month.
we had started doing that, hadn't we? Because we were late so many times. I think we had started doing that at least a full week in advance,
Yeah, but I think we need to do a little more because of
even
vacations.
more.
But, yeah.
So
So,
you want me to send it to you like around October 31st or?
yeah, oh, I'll ask for it. I'll ask for it. So
Okay,
just
you'll
remind us.
prompt
So,
me.
yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
So
So-
when it just goes to.
Good
Beth, it
idea.
Also go to her assistant?
That goes to bed.
Goes to
just
bed.
about.
Yeah.
Does she have an
Yes.
assistant?
Yeah, she has an
Yes.
Yeah,
assistant.
Julie Fabry.
So I'm just
If
wondering
you
if
can't
that,
deliver it, the assistant will take care of it. If you email it, only Beth can do it.
She's the only one that can get
Yeah.
onto her,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah,
I thought that there was a.
yeah, that's what I was told.
that
Her
there was
assistant
another
Julie
email.
does have an
No.
email address.
Yeah.
I-
But
I-
Beth
The
told
assistant
me-
has one,
yeah.
but you'd have to know that that's not in the
Yeah,
office.
but Beth told me that if you hand deliver it, her assistant can do it. If you email it, only she can do it. That's
Right.
what she told me.
Because
Yeah.
Julie doesn't have
Interesting.
access to Beth's computer.
Yeah,
Ah,
No, but
I
I
just-
if you CC both. of them.
yeah,
Oh,
2 weeks is plenty of.
Yeah,
you know,
oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's it. And I think
See,
someone
I-
mentioned
I-
last time that some people send them a year in advance for the whole meeting. So I think-
Yeah, but
my.
you
No, you can't do that anymore.
Not
Can't do
anymore.
that anymore?
No, Rebecca
Okay.
won't let that happen.
Yeah,
Yeah, But it would be nice to find out if I'd like to personally find out, is there a way to ensure,
Right,
you know, that if she's out of
Please
the office,
respond.
that somebody
Mm.
else gets it?
well,
Yeah.
she's good because when you send it, if I go on the town
Yeah,
website,
you see
it's
it right
posted,
away, yeah.
so.
but
I
she
know,
doesn't
so-
post it.
Hmm?
She doesn't post
Well,
it.
someone posts, she
She used
says,
to send it over to Rebecca and Rebecca posts
Posted,
it.
okay.
So if Rebecca's out too, it can be stamped
Yeah.
and it's okay. And if the papers thing gets put up on that board, but the
Right.
other copy of it may not get on the computer, the
website.
the website,
oh,
yeah.
we'll cross that
If it's
bridge.
time-stamped,
There's no
it's fine.
problem.
Anyway, I make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
You didn't get a chance for me.
I
Oh,
second.
community, wait,
Wait, anyone on the call from the community? None spoken, let's move, Laurel.
I make a motion to adjourn the meeting at 7:37 PM.
Second,
Second,
Okay,
okay, all those in favor, Laurel,
aye.
Lindsay,
Aye.
Mary Lou,
aye.
Jan,
Aye.
Kathy,
Aye.
Lee,
Aye.
me, aye.
Okay, I'm gonna
All right.
stop the recording.